One of the biggest challenges in churches today is how differently people worship. The older generation often prefers traditional hymns in a slower, more formal style. Meanwhile, young people tend to connect with contemporary music, multimedia, and more spontaneous worship. Why is that? Well, some might say it's just the taste of the new generation. But if you really take time to observe how they worship God, you'll realize it's more than just preference. And I know this well because I've experienced it firsthand. There was a time when my wife and I once sponsored a group of youth and brought them to a camp meeting. We were used to the traditional style of worship, so we were so surprised once we get into the place and see how this new generation of youth worship with contemporary music and pouring their hearts out. At first, we felt a bit uncomfortable. I remember my wife even said, "I can't take it anymore. I've got goosebumps." And yes, at first we felt so uncomfortable. But our curiosity pushed us to ask, why? Personally, it hits me. But we remain calm. And the pastor and me would really want to speak out. This is not it. Then it hit me. They don't worship that way just because they feel like it. Like us who grow up with a traditional worship, their style is shaped by their culture, life experiences, and their spiritual development. And this matches the findings of the Barna Group that worship style connects deeply with cultural identity and how people experience God. They found out that younger generation engage more with worship that feels authentic, interactive, and relevant to their daily lives. Psychologist Carol Gilligan's work on moral and relational development shows that young people often seek worship that connects emotionally and communally, not just intellectually. In Acts of the Apostles, page 122 reminds us that the methods of Christ are the methods of the church. Christ's methods were full of love, relevance, and respect. These are principles that still apply today. Truly, worship is ultimately about heart's connection to God beyond style or tradition. And honestly, it's not the style of worship that turns our young people off. It's when we don't recognize the need to worship in a way that feels real to them. If you want them to stay, we have to meet them with open hearts, love, and respect.